As international travel becomes increasingly complex, one crucial factor for UK citizens planning their next trip is understanding which countries have restricted or banned their entry in 2024. Travel restrictions can stem from various issues, including diplomatic conflicts, political instability, and security concerns. These restrictions not only impact your travel plans but can also lead to unexpected difficulties, including the risk of being stranded or facing legal issues abroad. In today's video, we'll delve into the top 10 countries where UK citizens are currently facing travel bans or severe restrictions. 10. Syria. For over a decade, Syria has been engulfed in civil war, making it one of the most dangerous places on Earth. What was once a cradle of ancient civilization has become synonymous with conflict, extremism, and humanitarian disaster. Since the war began in 2011, more than 500,000 people have died, and over 6 million have fled as refugees. Extremist groups such as ISIS and Al-Qaeda still operate in various parts of the country, targeting foreigners for ransom or worse. The UK government has completely banned travel to Syria, citing a high risk of terrorism, kidnapping, and indiscriminate violence. Even humanitarian workers aren't safe in Syria. In 2024, no matter how brave or curious you may be, entering Syria as a UK citizen means putting your life on the line. 9. North Korea. North Korea, infamous for its secrecy, dictatorship, and extreme isolation, has never been a top travel destination. But with increasing tensions between the UK and the regime in 2024, it's become nearly impossible for British citizens to visit. UK citizens must apply for highly restricted government-run tours, where every move is closely monitored by officials. A growing number of foreign nationals have been detained under suspicion of espionage or subversion, often for innocuous actions. The UK government advises that travelers face a high risk of arbitrary detention, and there is no British embassy to assist if things go wrong. In a country where one wrong step, like taking an unauthorized photo, can land you in a labor camp, even the most adventurous travelers are steering clear of North Korea in 2024. 8. Yemen. Yemen, a land rich in history and culture, is now a country ravaged by war. What started as political unrest has escalated into one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. The UK government has placed a strict ban on travel to Yemen in 2024, for very good reasons. 24 million people, or 80% of the population, are in need of humanitarian assistance due to war, famine, and disease. Yemen is plagued by terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS, who have been known to target and kidnap foreigners. There is no functioning British embassy, making consular support impossible. For anyone hoping to visit Yemen's ancient cities or pristine coastline, 2024 is not the year. The country's instability and lawlessness make it a high-risk zone for any foreigner. 7. Libya. Libya was once a thriving Mediterranean destination, known for its beautiful beaches and ancient ruins. But since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011, Libya has spiraled into chaos, and in 2024, it's among the most dangerous countries for UK citizens. Militia groups control large parts of the country, leading to ongoing violence and instability. There have been numerous reports of foreigners being kidnapped for ransom, with no effective government to negotiate their release. The UK government strongly advises against all travel, as armed groups operate with impunity. With no central authority and a fractured political landscape, even the most seasoned travelers should avoid Libya. While the country's rich history might call to you, its present state is far too perilous. 6. Afghanistan. The withdrawal of Western forces from Afghanistan in 2021 left a power vacuum that the Taliban swiftly filled. Now, the country is firmly under their control, and for UK citizens, Afghanistan is off limits in 2024. The UK government has declared Afghanistan a high-risk zone for terrorism, with ongoing conflicts between Taliban factions and ISIS. Foreigners are often detained for political leverage, with no British embassy to provide help. Afghanistan ranks as one of the least peaceful nations according to the Global Peace Index. For those dreaming of seeing Afghanistan's dramatic landscapes or historic cities, the risks are simply too high. The Taliban's strict control, combined with ongoing violence, makes it a no-go zone for UK travelers. 5. Venezuela. Venezuela has gone from being one of Latin America's wealthiest countries to one of its poorest, thanks to economic collapse and political turmoil. UK citizens are advised not to travel to Venezuela in 2024, and here's why. Hyperinflation in Venezuela has reached over 10,000%, meaning even basic goods like food and medicine are scarce. Caracas is Venezuela's capital, consistently ranks as one of the world's most dangerous cities due to violent crime. The UK government has imposed sanctions on Venezuela, and relations between the two nations have deteriorated. While Venezuela's stunning natural beauty might be tempting, its severe economic hardship, high crime rates, and political unrest mean that UK citizens would be wise to avoid it. 4. Somalia. Somalia, long synonymous with piracy and terrorism, is another country that UK citizens are strongly advised to avoid in 2024. It's not just a dangerous place, it's a lawless one. Armed groups like Al-Shabaab control large parts of Somalia, with foreigners often targeted for ransom. The UK government has completely banned travel due to the extreme risk of terrorism, kidnapping, and armed conflict. Somalia ranks among the world's most dangerous countries for journalists, activists, and humanitarian workers. For those lured by Somalia's unique landscapes or rich cultural history, the reality on the ground is grim. With little to no government control, the country remains a dangerous territory for any traveler. 3. Sudan. Sudan, once known for its ancient pyramids and rich history, is now synonymous with political violence. In 2024, UK citizens are strongly advised against traveling here. Ongoing conflicts between government forces and rebel groups have resulted in widespread violence, especially in Darfur. Protests against the regime are common, and the military has often responded with violent crackdowns. The UK government advises all travelers to avoid Sudan due to the high risk of political instability, violence, and lack of consular assistance. Though Sudan has much to offer, from a cultural and historical perspective, the current political climate makes it a very dangerous destination for UK citizens. 2. Iran. Once a top destination for its rich history and stunning landscapes, Iran is now a country mired in political unrest. The protests against the regime and increasing tensions with Western countries have made it a dangerous place for UK citizens. UK-Iran relations have soured, especially after a series of high-profile detentions of Western nationals. The UK Foreign Office advises that UK citizens in Iran face a high risk of arbitrary detention, with minimal embassy support in place. Protests against the Iranian regime have been met with violent crackdowns, creating a volatile environment for any foreign visitor. While Iran's culture and history remain alluring, the risks in 2024 make it a destination UK citizens should avoid at all costs. 1. Russia. At the top of the list is Russia, which in 2024 has become a hostile environment for any UK traveler. Following the invasion of Ukraine, relations between the UK and Russia have deteriorated, making it one of the most dangerous places for British citizens. The UK has imposed sanctions on Russia, leading to retaliatory travel bans for UK citizens. Foreigners are subject to extreme scrutiny, with the risk of arbitrary detention for minor infractions. The ongoing war with Ukraine has heightened nationalist sentiment, making foreigners, especially from the UK, unwelcome in many parts of Russia. For UK travelers, Russia is now off-limits. The risk of being caught in political disputes or even detained means it's a destination better left off your 2024 travel list. In a world where borders are becoming more complex and dangerous, these 10 countries stand out as places UK citizens should avoid in 2024. Where are you planning to travel in 2024? Let us know in the comments, and stay informed to make sure your next trip is both safe and enjoyable.